Okay, we have a green flare from the tower. Dickweed 1-1, please launch. Connie, Sergeant, Anchor, take over further launch commands.
Section 2, launch. Section 2, launch. Section 2, launch.
Yep.
Section 3, all guest bombers, launch.
You got easy wing buck, and I got yours.
Okay,
Under your dropping
Steely,
back.
please lock in. Acknowledge.
I know.
Closer.
I'm a little bit befuddled as to where I should be. It got a little too technical for me, so put me somewhere when you're able.
Why don't y'all wait till you make your turn before you get too worried about exactly where you're at. Just keep up as best you can.
Flying a V formation, egg.
Nick up.
Odd numbers on the right, even numbers on the left. Just line up behind one of us. Can't remember the exact ones.
Should be on your kneeboard.
Right.
Easy made kneeboards for us all, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about that sometime.
I'll go first. I
Yep.
can't appreciate the boss so much for allowing me to fly with this group for as long as I have been with you guys. I'm gonna miss the hell out of him. He was a hell of an inspiration for me when I was down with a lot of stuff going on. When I lost my uncle in 2021, he was there, and I can't appreciate him enough. I'll miss you, boss. Yeah, Knob's a great man. I met him, was in D.C. I met him with you, Steely. Remember that? I'm sorry, not Steely, Easy. It would have been cool if it was in Australia, but he gave me a tour of the Marine Museum, which was pretty cool. Then I had lunch with Easy. And Knob? Just a great guy.
Well, I didn't know him all that well myself, you know, met him a couple times, Tuesday nights and whatnot. But by the show up that he received tonight, I mean, you can tell what kind of person he was.
Okay, we're going to level off, changing mission orders, 8,000 feet coming up. Okay, 35 inches of manifold pressure, full RPM.
Well, when I came into this game, crossed over from Fighter Ace, and the Dick Weeds was the first in the main arena squadron I worked with. And so I ended up being a frustrated fighter pilot. And so whenever I came over with them, I ended up flying bombers with them at first, and then I went over to the Rooks for a little while, and I started hunting them. It was pretty cheesy. And so then I ended up going on with the Purple Hearts, with Wise's group, but to make up for all the bad attacks I made on them and everything, I started escorting them, and I run the escorts for the dickweeds every Tuesday night.
Bombers are coming right on course.
And it's been great getting to know Knob. I've had dinner with Knob up in Quantico, Virginia. He wanted me to be his company gunny for the dickweeds, but so I'm detached, or an attachment on Tuesday night. Knob flew CH-53s in the Marine Corps, and I was a jump master in the Marine Corps. I can't say we looked at each other eye to eye in our careers, but we definitely passed each other. And we can name times and places where, you know, he was flying and I was jump mastering and putting people out of the back of those helicopters. But so it was a great time 2 Mays ago, 2 years ago, where we linked up at Closer's place again and had a good time doing a shootout and everything, and sitting around the fire and just telling Marine Corps war stories. And I'm going to miss the hell out of it this year. I really am. So the dickweeds are probably going to get sick of just listening to me tell my war stories. God bless you, Knob.
Well, I met Knob in 2006. I worked in the zoning department of Prince William County, Virginia, and Knob came walking into my office that year. He needed a permit for his house. Sat down. I had some stuff hanging on the wall that indicated I was a naval aviator back in the day. Knob saw that and he said, "Oh, we're brothers." I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "I'm a Marine Corps helicopter pilot." Well, all Marines and Navy pilots go through the flight training. Marine aviators are naval aviators. We get the golden wings. Anyway, Knob's 15-minute application for a permit turned into a 2-hour conversation. We became good friends right on the spot. And he invited me to join the Dickweed Heavy Bomber Group. And I said, well, why would I want to do that? He said, did your dad fly in World War II? I said, yeah, he did. E-24 bombers. And out of southern Italy. He said, well, that's why you should fly with us. He said, come join us, see if you like it. We fly World War II missions, aircraft. It's a lot of fun. Well, I did, and I've been flying here for the last 20 years because of, and I can't thank him enough for everything he's done for me in and out of this game. He's an incredible man. I'll tell you a story. He was a scoutmaster. And Knob himself was just a Boy Scout. He didn't have anything. If there's anybody close to perfection, it was Knob in terms of goodness and kindness and everything else. But he shepherded 35 scouts, 35, through the Eagle Scout program. I don't know if any of you know how difficult that is to accomplish, to get through that. But Knob mentored 35 young men to make that accomplishment. And of course he did that, you know, while he had other jobs and everything else. He did it in his spare time, and that just tells you something about the guy. I'm going to miss him too. And I'll turn it over to somebody else now.
Well, I don't have a lot to say because I haven't known Knob all that long. I am the guy that, I'm the last guy that he recruited into this outfit. But at times in past, my 91st bunch, we've been involved in some game missions here, and we both our bomb groups had fun together. This is kind of reminiscent of Vega's memorial flight a long time ago.
That shows the kind of community we are.
Amen.
Bunch of grown-ass men on the computer flying World War II, and the friendships and relationships that we gain and grow over the years, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we even let Canadians fly with us.
Threw 5 wives with that game.
Oh.
And Australians.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Well, fellas, I didn't know now, and I don't recall flying with him, but I was a Marine and so was he, and that's why I'm here and I wouldn't miss it.
There you go.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Salute, Logan.
And thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Wouldn't miss it.
For those that don't know, Knob spent a total of 43 years in service to the Marine Corps. 2 retirements.
2 retirements.
Outstanding.
2. Nice.
It's impressive.
All right, stand by. We're going to reach in the IP. We're going to be turning nose on target here. And as Knob would say, stand by for right turn. Ready, execute. And then we'd come to the left.
Yeah, that's awesome. He really did that.
I'm gonna miss his left and
Directionally
We
challenged.
called that.
I can
We
relate
called
to
that a knob. We called that a knob turn, or a Marine turn. Or and then we come up and say your other left, your other right knob, turn to your other right, or a
Thing to remember was, though, whichever way he turned.
We had
flew.
something similar in my Birds of Prey days. The Shuby was X or was C or was XO. It was either a Shuby left or Shuby right.
Okay, let's go doors open while we're flying inbound here. This will be a command drop, so get in for tight formation, V formation, guys. On Steely, on 1-1. Check doors open, check salvo 1.
Yeah, we got to use port and starboard for all you non-Navy
Okay,
guys.
target's dead ahead, target's dead ahead. And I am going into the bomb site for the bomb group. I will call the bomb drop. You drop your bombs on targets as you pass over.
Hey, Logan, Easy's a P3 guy.
Oh, yeah?
You're in the Navy?
No, Marines.
Well,
3rd Division.
oh, okay. P3s really aren't Navy. They're land-based.
A1.
Okay, we are approaching target. Doors open.
How many bombs you putting out?
The whole load. Make sure you drop all 12.
Sure, I'll follow up when you guys leave.
Okay. First target's coming into the crosshairs. Stand by. I'll call the first drop, then tickle off your 12. Click, 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 click till they're all out. Dropping now.
Alright, we're not going down yet.
Yeah.
Good looking grass. Present from the Balser and the shadows and the blasts.
Good, good.
Salute knob. Fired up, Jaeger.
Salute knob.
Saluting up.
Now on our normal salute knob. On our normal Tuesday night missions, it's about the time the 163s would be coming up and just messing us up big time. Stand by for a left turn, or as Knob would say, right turn. Ready,
Salute, Knob.
execute.
Buildings are down. It's not flying.
Salute, brother.
It's not flying.
Sorry, we can blame Jaeger.
Now he's gonna blow it up here in a minute.
Got a mission, Knob.
I do want to add into this, my last ever message I got from Knob was when I got the F4 Phantom model from a customer of mine some time back. And I remember his last message was, I remember that kid, enjoy Nick. That was the last message he ever sent me via text. I'll never forget him, and I'm going to make sure I build that damn mob for him. Pardon my French.
There you go. There we go. She's a flaming, boys.
Nice work.
Hey, I have a question. When Knob was in that video where he was talking about the museum and Grenada, How long ago was that?
That was 1993, the Grenada invasion.
Yeah, but when was the video done?
Oh, I think that was 2022, I think.
It was 23. It was 2023. It was uploaded.
They just opened that part of it, or got it there in the museum.
Yeah. He did that oral history for the Marine Corps Museum.
Never forget his knowledge of history. Just amazes me. I'll miss those stories.
We're descending 1,000 feet.
Well, yeah, Knob called me up. Knob called me up before that. He's like, Anchor, I think I got something that belongs to you. And I was like, what are you talking about? You know anything about a ZU-23? A ZU-23? I was like, yeah, I know. I've seen one or two. It's he's like, this is the one that came off the oil platforms that the Iranians had back in '88, Operation Praying Menace. I was like, yeah, that's mine. I put naval gunfire rounds right into it, and then we loaded it back to the USS Trenton. And when the next time I got to go up there, I got to go and touch it again. It had been a long time. And it was it's up there at the Marine Corps Museum, and there's a photograph of me hanging out the back of a CH-46 fast roping guys down onto the oil platform. And April 18th is the anniversary of that too, in 1988.
Wasn't that the twin barrel one with the wheels?
Yeah. Not the GSU,
nice.
but not the ZU.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Knob, of course having the Marine Corps background that he had, was also a volunteer at the United States Marine Corps National Museum. He worked there as a docent, and a docent is, for those of you who don't know, is a person that walks people around the museum and explains the various displays. And Knob was just classic at that. Knob could tell a story like nobody can tell a story, and he could talk for hours. And he was just the most fascinating guy to listen to. He was really good at what he did. And that was all volunteer work on his part because he loved the Corps. And Knob loved everybody. He loved everything. He was just a very unique, incredible individual.
Wow. Thanks. Oh boy.
He's the reason the dickweeds are still here in Aces High. The dickweeds started to fall apart, I don't know, after Vega died. We went through a couple of COs. They just started to disintegrate. Knob stepped in. He was the squadron historian. He stepped in and said, okay, I'm not going to let this happen. And he had a small corps of bomber pilots left. And they just flew every Tuesday night, just like the dickweeds have done since the start of this game. And slowly built his numbers back up. And the dickweeds didn't disappear. And that was another thing Knob was committed to. He just had his heart. And like I said, in everything he did, he wasn't going to let the dickweeds fail. And we didn't.
Yeah, it's exactly right. It's exactly right.
Stand by to level off at 1,200 feet.
Get your beer, Anchor.
We were JG3 and we escorted dickweeds. Year 1.
Thank you, Buck.
Tell us that
Thank you,
story.
Belly Gunner.
Welcome, Gunny.
A sheep on the ground can stop a tank. The one had its quirks.
Look, you got any more for me, bud?
Plenty.
You don't drink beer, you drink girl drinks.
That's right.
I got Guinness at home. I got Guinness here. Guinness, nice call.
Crack that shit open.
What's our motto?
We fly for
Hey,
beer.
beer.
Let 'em drink 'em.
We fly for beer.
We fly for beer. We also, the Dickweed's official model is we move mud a lot.
Thank you, Buck.
Hey, Easy, what's going to happen when we get to the airfield? How are we going to manage the flyby?
You are going to just fly in the V formation and avoid hills. Follow my
I can
directions.
do that? Oh, bunching up now, or is it still 3 stages?
Yeah, I'm going to release the guest bombers and all fighters here in just a minute. I'm just going to stay together here for a little longer so Steely can get some good film.
But stand by, gentlemen.
Buck, it's baseball season, brother.
Oh. The Twins are playing like shit. I'm watching the game right now. We're playing the Mets.
Maybe better wake up my Red Sox, too.
Alright guys, this part's going to be edited out of the film.
But
Hey,
All right,
at least one
fighter escorts, and all guest bombers, you are released to proceed to Alpha 29, land on the northeast runway, and line that runway for us, either side.
Copy that.
Copy that.
Copy.
copy that.
All Dickweed bombers and Dirty Devil bombers, you stay here in formation, and we will do a low flyover of the northeast runway and fly the missing man formation. Lead bomber will do a slow pull up and right turn out at midfield. The main bomber group, of course, will stay on course, on speed, on altitude. Surely other people have stories to tell.
Yeah, I met Knob, I don't know, early on. I don't know when it was. I was working down in Norfolk, must have been 2014 or 2015. And I was down there for a couple weeks, and I called him up. I asked him where he lived and how far I was. And I was able to, I guess he was about a 2-hour drive from where I was working, because he was up in Monaco. And I got to tour the museum. He was a docent. His picture was on the wall. The dog's up!
And he gave it to her, and Corinne, I went out to dinner with he and Corinne, and he wouldn't let me pay a penny. And we had a good dinner, and it was a good memory. And I always had hoped to get my...
Yeah, he had his favorite restaurant, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the Montclair Family Restaurant. He and Closer and I would meet there about, I don't know, for a while there. We were eating there almost every month, once a month. Closer would come up for work in D.C. on the way home and said, hey, let's all meet at the restaurant. And we would. It was always a good time.
Easy, that sounds familiar. Is that where we had lunch?
It probably was, actually. Yeah, because I don't think the Marine Corps Museum had they didn't have their snack bar open when you came down.
Nope. And
they were still building.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was under construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bombers are turning left. Going nose on Port 28.
Easy, that damn knob. I think it's his turn to pay, too.
You know, I think it was. It was his turn. All right. Well, no problem. Closer, I'll let you pick up the tab this time.
Okay.
Now, here's another thing a lot of you...
Go ahead.
Here's another thing a lot of you may not know. Knob was an avid bicyclist. And about 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, he bicycled from St. Louis, Missouri, all the way to the Oregon coast. He did the Oregon Trail. Did the Oregon Trail. Took him about 3 months. He and a buddy, just on a bicycle. You should have seen that bicycle, the picture of the bicycle. He had so many different backpacks strapped to that thing. I mean, he looked like he was one of the original settlers going west, but on a bike. Anyway, they camped out every night. They'd just ride until they were tired, throw their sleeping bag on the ground, get some rest, get some chow, and then they would just get on their bike the next morning. Took them about 2.5 months to do the whole trek, and I mean, that's unbelievable. What dedication!
That was the story that I wanted to tell. I just couldn't remember all of the details.
I couldn't believe he was doing it. I missed him like hell back then. He was gone for so long.
Then again, he did the Erie Canal bike ride after that.
Wow. You might say he was a biking fool. Nah, let's not say that.
He's an amazing person.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So glad I met him.
Very soft-spoken and always patient with everybody. He's going to be missed. Love my conversations with him. Great stories.
He did.
You only dislike one person that I've ever known. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about. Yep.
We're lined up family, right?
Yeah, we're gonna fly low over down the center line of the northeast runway. Gentlemen, just go ahead and hit R and check that you're making smoke. Okay, I am. And I'm turning mine off. Go ahead and turn it off for now.
Get back into it now.
Doors open now.
Where's over here? Goodbye. I see it now. I see you now.
Okay.
See, Mom.
Bombers are approaching the airfield. Gentlemen, if you find yourself getting, because you're in wingman formation, you find yourself getting too close to the hills, feel free to break out of wingman and just fly manually in formation and avoid the hills.
Goodbye. Are we on the wrong side here?
I think we're the only ones on the northeast.
Yeah, don't tower. We're gonna take a photo at the end.
Smoke on. Steely, you can execute your slow pull-up now.
Smoke doesn't sound wrong.
Right now. Smoke. Bombers following you through this gap.
Smoke off, Steely.
Stand by for squadron roll call. All squadron pilots will respond "Here, sir," when their name is called. Stand by. Cants 96.
Here, sir.
HG Buck.
Sir?
Steely.
Here, sir.
Twin 50s.
Here, sir.
Shut your engine off, please.
LNG 15.
Here, sir.
Gunnery Sergeant Anchor.
Here, sir.
Closer.
Here, sir.
Anvil 8.
Here, sir.
Knob. Knob. Major Douglas Raymond Dorr, United States Marine Corps. Call sign Knob. Report. Squadron Admin Officer. Record that our beloved Commanding Officer Knob has not responded to this last roll call. From this time forward, he will be listed as missing in action and will be removed from the active Dickweed Heavy Bomber Group squadron roster. He will, however, remain a permanent part of our squadron's history and will reside in our hearts forever. Doug was a special individual by any measure. He was, as they say, a natural. He will always be remembered as the person with the biggest smile and the strongest heart in the room. Doug and I were close. He was more than just a friend or squad mate. He took a deep interest in everyone he knew. He wanted to know you. Doug was extraordinary. I'm convinced he was one of God's messengers sent to earth for our benefit. Doug dropped unexpectedly into my life over 20 years ago, and he changed me. Doug gently guided me in certain directions, which led me to open some dark doors in my own life and bathe them in light. Doug gave me a gift. Through his example, he showed me how to give the gift of unconditional forgiveness and love to others. I can't begin to thank you enough, Doug, for what your friendship, leadership, and guidance has done for me. You helped me become a better person, and I thank you for that, kind sir. Godspeed, Doug. May you rest in peace. Gunnery Sergeant Anchor, assemble a proper crew and conduct a 21-gun salute for our departed leader and friend.
All tanks on my command of ready, fire. Ready, fire. Ready, fire. Ready, fire. Firing complete.
Anvil 8. Play tap, sir.